Alright, let's start with the basics. The RMS Titanic, when it set sail, was the absolute largest ship on the planet. Imagine this, almost 3 football fields long. That's 882 feet of pure ocean liner. It was a monster, towering over 175 feet high. To put that in perspective, that's like a 17-story building sailing across the Atlantic. And the Titanic wasn't just big, it was built to carry a massive amount of people. We're talking over 2,200 passengers and crew, all living and working on this floating city. It was the ultimate symbol of luxury and engineering at the time. This ship, this behemoth of engineering, didn't just appear overnight. The construction of the Titanic was a monumental undertaking. It all went down in Belfast, Ireland at the famous Harland and Wolff shipyard. For over 2 years, thousands upon thousands of workers dedicated themselves to building the Titanic. We're talking about a workforce of over 15,000 people, from riveters and platers to carpenters and electricians. They poured their sweat and skill into crafting this ship, putting in countless hours to make the Titanic a reality. Now, when you think of a ship this size, this grand, you'd assume it was built with safety in mind, right? Well, the Titanic did have some advanced safety features for its time. It had watertight compartments designed to seal off flooded areas and keep the ship afloat. They even had a system of electric watertight doors that could be closed remotely. But here's the kicker. The Titanic tragically did not have enough lifeboats for everyone on board. They had enough for just over half the passengers and crew. See, back then, regulations were based on a ship's gross tonnage, not its passenger capacity. A fatal miscalculation that would have devastating consequences. The Titanic's maiden voyage, its very first journey, was a transatlantic crossing from Southampton, England to the bustling metropolis of New York City. It was the journey of a lifetime for many on board, filled with dreams of new beginnings in America. The ship was scheduled to make stops in Cherbourg, France and Queenstown, now known as Cove in Ireland, picking up more passengers along the way. Excitement filled the air as the Titanic charted its course across the vast Atlantic. Little did anyone know, tragedy awaited them on the open sea. It was a calm night, almost eerily so. The stars were out, the sea was relatively calm. At 11:40 p.m. on April 14, 1912, the unthinkable happened. The Titanic, sailing at a speed of 22 knots, struck an iceberg on its starboard side. The impact, while jarring, didn't initially seem catastrophic. However, the iceberg had ripped a series of gashes along the ship's hull, breaching several watertight compartments. Water began pouring in, and the unsinkable Titanic began to slowly sink beneath the waves. As the Titanic sank, panic ensued. The lack of lifeboats became a terrifying reality, and chaos erupted as passengers and crew fought for a chance to survive. The band played on, their music a haunting soundtrack to the unfolding tragedy. In the end, over 1,500 souls perished in the icy waters of the North Atlantic. Only 705 people survived, many of them women and children who had been given priority on the lifeboats. It was a devastating loss of life, one that sent shockwaves around the world. For decades, the Titanic lay undisturbed, 2.5 miles beneath the surface of the ocean. Then, in 1985, a joint American-French expedition led by Dr. Robert Ballard made an incredible discovery. Using advanced sonar technology and a remotely operated vehicle called Argo, they located the wreck of the Titanic, split into 2 main sections. The discovery reignited global interest in the Titanic and its tragic story. Since its discovery, numerous expeditions have explored the wreck of the Titanic, recovering thousands of artifacts from the ocean floor. These objects provide a poignant glimpse into the lives of the passengers and crew. We're talking about everything from luggage and clothing to jewelry, dishes, and even musical instruments. One of the most iconic artifacts recovered is the Heart of the Ocean necklace, a fictional piece of jewelry made famous by the 1997 film Titanic. The story of the Titanic has captured the imaginations of people for generations, inspiring countless books, films, documentaries, and even musicals. James Cameron's 1997 epic Titanic brought the story to life for a new generation, becoming one of the highest-grossing films of all time. But there are so many other works out there. From Walter Lord's A Night to Remember, to the historical fiction of The Violinist of the Titanic, that explore the human drama and lasting impact of that fateful night. Even over a century after its sinking, the Titanic continues to fascinate and intrigue us. The tragedy serves as a reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of safety at sea. Memorials and museums around the world honor the memories of those who were lost. From the Titanic Museum in Belfast, to the poignant exhibitions in Halifax, Nova Scotia, where many victims are buried, the legacy of the Titanic lives on, reminding us of the lessons learned and the stories of those who sailed on that fateful voyage. So there you have it, 10 big facts about the Titanic that you might not have known. It's a story that continues to capture our imaginations, reminding us of the power of human ingenuity, the fragility of life, and the enduring legacy of this iconic ship. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing facts from Charlie's Facts. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload, and let me know in the comments what other topics you'd like me to cover.